yourselves, can you afford to try and work out where you're going to finish, or how do you approach this week?
Just to win, to prepare and to win. And, we know that if we win, we'll stay in the top four and we get that double chance. So we can't really think too much further than that because there's so many different ways the top eight could pan out. And that's, I guess, the thought process we've had all year is just to win as many games of footy as we can, and where we finish at the end of the year will be what it will be.
Did you feel like you returned to the West Coast Eagles' top form that you've sort of seen throughout this year, but it felt like it was fading away a little bit in recent weeks?
Yeah, well, we had a couple of pretty disappointing losses, the Sydney and Adelaide game, and I think the Geelong game really, we stood firm when they come back and they were in good form. So the last 3 weeks have been pretty pleasing. We know we can still keep getting better, so playing these teams at the end of the year have been fantastic to get us back in the top form that we need to be in, and hopefully, continue on into September.
How significant is a double chance, especially this year with the way that form every team in the 80s at the moment?
Oh, it obviously gives you that extra chance. We'd like to be in the top four, but if we don't, we still feel as though we could win the premiership outside the top four. People write that you can't, but we feel as though we're a strong enough side, and the competition's so even that on any given day, you can beat anyone. So it'd be nice, but it's not vital that we finish top four.
You're the last team to have won flag, having played all 4 weeks.
Yep.
So obviously you have the confidence knowing you can have a full September.
Yeah, you can do it, and it also, there are positives from it. You don't have that week off. You just keep going and keep the mindset on winning games of footy every week. So I guess some people look at the week off as refreshing your body at a good part of the year, but if we have to play footy, we have to do it. That's why we've trained for so long.
Everyone's talking about a derby final, mate. What would be your thoughts about that?
Oh, they're just another team in the way of us winning the premiership. So I guess it'd be good for WA footy, but for me, it's just Fremantle's Fremantle. If we win this week, I don't think we'll be playing them. So that's what we want to do.
Is the crowd a factor though in those games? Because it won't be in this. It'll be 50-50 crowd, they're saying, so that'll be a bit unusual, won't it?
Yeah, well, if it ever happens. So once again, we haven't really thought about it. We'll wait and see until Sunday night who we play and where that all goes. But if we ever do play Freo, I wouldn't imagine if it's a 50-50 crowd, we'd think too much about it.
What about Freo's form, Adam? They're red hot at the moment. They'd be a tough one to run into first week.
Yeah, same with the other 7. So we look forward to playing September footy because everyone's up and about and they're all good sides. So that's why I guess we have finals footy to sort out the best from the best.
The run that you seem to have over the ground against Collingwood, Alan, is it fair to say you're pretty fresh this time of year?
Yeah, well, we're getting some guys back that have had long layoffs, so it's great to have Embley and Kennedy back from what they've had to go through. So having those boys out there, I think the boys are pretty happy about that. I think we are feeling the wear and tear of the season, but it's just a matter of week to week now, just keeping as fresh as you can. And I guess when you're up in a game of football, you seem to run a little bit better.
How was it having Kennedy back out there?
Yeah, great. I think the crowd showed their support, and also the boys when he kicked his goal were very supportive of him doing the hard work to get himself back to where he needed to be. So we can get a couple of games into him before September, and he's just a great focal point and so versatile, and is just going to take a good defender away from Darling and Nat Nui and the likes of that.
How long does it take to get? I mean, a few balls just slid through the hands, and just his timing. Next week, do you reckon he'll be back to a normal, reading the play and taking those marks? Yeah,
he'll get better and better. So, he had a long layoff over pre-season and come out and kick 7. So with, talent of Kennedy, he can do it any given week. So we just got to keep him out on the field as long as we can and just get him to get that game time up and game awareness up. And, we're hopeful that he'll return to that form this week. If not, it won't be too far away.
Have you started looking at Hawthorn yet? What do you think you have to do to beat them?
Yeah, so today we'll start discussing them, and a great side. They've been in good form over the last, the second half of the year's been outstanding. Great players all over the field. And, it's just a fantastic opportunity before finals to test ourselves against the best. So we go and play at the MCG, where we hope to play some more footy later on in the year.
Who do you get?
Hodge, sorry.
Who do you reckon you get?
Small forwards, whoever wants to run through there. So either them or, the boys in the midfield have been going pretty well, so I'd imagine I'll be playing back.
They've got a lot of quality small ones. If Relevant comes in, or offload can run around through there, and if they set up with multiple guys, is there anyone who you reckon you specifically get?
Well, it's usually on rolls, so sometimes the game's gone past just sort of playing on one player for the whole game, and I've played on Rioli for a fair bit in the past few games, but there are other small forwards that have been playing pretty good footy, so if they require me to go to another player, I'm more than happy to just mix and match throughout the game and just get the job done.
Are they one of the more dangerous teams with the number of small blokes they've got, with the feet of Buddy and Ruffy and the like?
Yeah, that's why they're on top of the ladder. I think they've just got a great spread of players across the field and very efficient by foot. So they get the ball in quick, and you just got to be on your game and get your body work done pretty early to make sure that they don't get the footy.
How's the head, Sellers, after those couple of hits? It's a big talking point in AFL circles now, isn't it, concussion?
Yeah, I guess the one against Geelong, that was more I was winded than a head knock. But, the one against Port Adelaide, first concussion for me in my career. So it's a bit, after all the whacks I've had to my head, a bit surprising. But, I was, I guess, more than happy to be taken out of the game that game. I knew that I'd had a pretty heavy knock, and, you just got to back the doctors in. And that, they've got your full health in mind. So, I guess when your brain gets injured like that, you just got to take it easy and, get ready for the next week if you can.
Seemed like he knocked you around, didn't it? On the bench there, you were almost drowsy, weren't you? Almost.
Yeah, I'd sort of come to it pretty quickly. So I knew that I'd been in a contest and all that. So it was just a matter of, just taking it easy and not trying to think too deeply, just allowing myself to recover. And, over the next few days, I felt really good, so I was pretty confident I was able to get up for last weekend.
What about that incident where Joel pushed you over a few weeks back? Did you have a bit of a laugh?
Oh, yeah, as brothers do. I wish I'd have got up quicker, but I couldn't help it. It was one of those ones that, it all worked out beautifully that we could have a good contest, so I don't think he was too happy that I come in that hard.
Were you surprised that he got in trouble for it in the end?
Look, it's sort of a tough one. I understand where the AFL was coming from. I think everyone did a little bit. So, it's just the precedent's put down now that you don't touch players when they're on the ground. Otherwise, you're probably going to get a reprimand or get a couple of weeks for it.
What about Jacob? Did you react to him as well?
Yeah, no, I love the way he plays his footy. So, it was unfortunate. Probably could have been helped when you look at it in hindsight. But if he goes at the ball 100% and I'm on the end of it this one time in my career, I'll cop that.
What did he say, though? Because he sort of seemed to have full vision.
Yeah, I think, apparently he was calling for it. So it was one of those ones, Shannon Hearn kicked it and he could see it was put right in the middle. And I think he knew what was going to happen about 2 seconds before everyone else. And, it was just unfortunate it worked out that way. So, no harm done. We won the game and I was able to play the next week.
How's Matt Rosa?
Good. Yeah, he, he's in good spirits. Obviously disappointing for a great team, man. So hopefully there's an opportunity for him to come back later in the season. But we understand, that's footy sometimes. For a guy to come back with a broken jaw to put his body in a position like that's, extremely brave.
It must be pretty disappointing for him, obviously, after missing the finals last year as well.
Yeah, well, it's just, tough luck stories all the time. And Rose is one that very diligent with his training, his preparation, and it's just hard to swallow those ones when he's extremely, plays for the team, does his role every week, and has to miss out over the next few weeks.
So has it been confirmed that it is a fracture?
I haven't spoken to the medicos yet, but it wasn't looking good after the game. So if it's a fracture, I imagine you have to go in and get it sorted out surgically.
Well, Lynch, they get back into this team, obviously put out for matchups and team balance the other day. he's been a part of the team for so long. How's he going to get back into the forward line?
Yeah, well, he's always a chance. So it's just, I guess, yeah, matchups and night footy. It was a bit dewy on the weekend, so we felt as though we needed an extra runner. And, you know, he could come in and play this week and we just restructure our forward line a little bit. Lynchy can play up as a ruckman at times too. So he's extremely versatile, and it's just one of those ones that, you know, you come to the business end of the year and you just got to go with what the coaches pick, I guess. And, you know, he's always in calculations, Lynchy.
Night game at the MCG, though, it'll be, you'd imagine it'll be damp over there this time of year.
Yeah, well, I mean, but I guess, you know, they don't have a heap of tall backs, so that's another way you could stretch them possibly. So you leave that to the coaches to decide which way they want to go. And, yeah, once again, he's definitely in calculations to play.
How did he handle being left down in the team after such a, he's been in the team all year?
Yeah, he'd be disappointed for sure, but he understands that's footy. He's been around long enough, and you know, there's been a few of us senior players that have missed out, so you have to just swallow that and get ready for the next week.